I decided to do my photography project on Francesca Woodman. Woodman was born on April 3rd in 1958 in Denver, Colorado, to George and Betty Woodman. She also had an older brother named Charles. All three of them were artists, so it was very natural for Francesca Woodman to also become an artist. She attended a private boarding school in Massachusetts starting in 1972, and this is where she took her first photography class and learned that she had a deep love for photography. After she learned that, she decided to transfer to the Rhode Island School of Design in 1975, where she was able to further her learning of photography and to really become her own photographer. She loved self-portraits, and almost all of her photos were black and whites, but she didn't like the term self-portrait. She would also photograph her friends in abandoned places, and you can really tell in her art that she tried to make it seem almost haunted or like creepy looking. Her photos are very eerie, and you can almost tell how sad she was. Woodman was considered a prodigy by many professional photographers, and she created over 800 photographs. Many of these photographs have not been seen by the public because they are with her parents' estate and they haven't been shown to the public yet. Francesca graduated from the Rhode Island School of Design in 1978, and she decided to go to Rome with the school's honors program for a year. She would go to the museums and she fell in love with them, and then she would sneak in after hours to take pictures inside of the museums. And once she came back from Rome, she moved to New York City, and she faced a lot of hardships, especially because she was going through a breakup and she was having a lot of frustration getting her photography recognized. And this really took a toll on her mental health and well-being. But in 1980, she got a summer fellowship in Peterborough. And during this summer, she created a lot of work, and it eventually got published. And it was called Some Disordered Interior Geometries. But she still didn't feel like her work was getting enough recognition. On January 19th, 1981, Francesca ultimately committed suicide when she jumped out of a window in New York City. Some people believe that it was caused by her or influenced by her depression and other mental struggles, but other people say it was because she had recently been denied for an art fund. Others say it was a mix of both. Once she had passed, her photography and her work really started gaining a lot of recognition, and people started realizing and viewing her work more and more, and realizing it became really popular. In 1986, her first solo show opened, and that just made her work explode even more. It just became way more popular than it already was. And to me, it's really sad to look back at her work, and you can see how much she was struggling and how sad she seemed to be, even in the years leading up to her suicide. It's also really sad to think that she never got to see her work being recognized for what she thought it should be, the recognition she thought she deserved. And it's interesting to me to think about if she was still alive, would her work have gotten all that recognition and been so popular, or was it only because of her passing that it gained the recognition? Yeah, but I think her photos are wonderful, and they're really interesting and unique, and every time you look at them, to me, you can like see something different and like get a different story out of it.